Have you ever found yourself reaching for a big bowl of ice cream or a bag of chips when you're feeling stressed or upset? Don't worry, you're not alone. Today, we're going to talk about emotional eating and how to deal with it healthily. Let's dive in. What is emotional eating? Emotional eating is when people eat because of their feelings, not because they're hungry. It's like when someone is feeling sad, and they suddenly wants to eat a whole chocolate bar. Or when they're stressed about a test, and can't stop munching on cookies. This happens to a lot of people, and it can make it hard to stay healthy or lose weight. Emotional eating can become a habit over time, making it difficult to recognize true hunger signals. It often leads to feelings of guilt or shame after eating, creating a cycle of negative emotions and more emotional eating. Understanding this pattern is the first step towards breaking it and developing a healthier relationship with food. Why does emotional eating happen? Our bodies are pretty cool, but sometimes they can trick us. When we get stressed, our body makes something called cortisol. This stuff can make us feel hungry, even if we don't need food. It's like our body is trying to help us feel better, but it's not always the best way. Also, when people are stressed or upset, they often want foods that are sweet or fatty. These foods can make them feel good for a little while, but they don't fix their problems. They might make them feel worse later. This is because these foods trigger a release of feel-good chemicals in the brain, providing temporary relief from negative emotions. However, this relief is short-lived, and the underlying emotional issues remain unaddressed. Additionally, our early experiences with food can shape our emotional eating habits. For example, if someone was often given treats to cheer them up as a child, they might continue this pattern into adulthood. How to know if you're an emotional eater? If someone is wondering if they might be an emotional eater, there are some signs to look out for. Emotional eaters often eat even when they're not hungry. They might use food as a reward, like eating candy after finishing homework. Many emotional eaters think eating will make them feel better when they're sad, angry, or bored. They often feel like they can't control themselves around certain foods. If any of these sound familiar, don't worry. We're going to talk about some ways to help. Another sign of emotional eating is eating in secret or hiding evidence of eating, which can stem from feelings of shame or guilt. Emotional eaters might also find themselves thinking about food all the time, especially during stressful periods. It's important to note that emotional eating exists on a spectrum. Most people engage in it to some degree, but it becomes a problem when it significantly impacts physical or mental health. 5 healthy ways to deal with emotional eating. Now, let's get to the good stuff. Here are 5 ways to deal with emotional eating and cravings in a healthy way. Number 1. Get moving. One of the best things people can do when feeling stressed or upset is to move their bodies. Exercise is like a superhero for mood. It can help someone feel better and take their mind off food. Nobody has to do anything crazy or hard. Just finding something fun that gets the body moving is great. Maybe it's dancing in the room, or playing tag with friends. Maybe it's riding a bike or going for a walk with a dog. Whatever it is, trying to do it when feeling stressed or when wanting to eat because of emotions can be really helpful. Some people might try one type of exercise and find it doesn't work for them. That's okay. The important thing is to keep trying until finding something enjoyable. The more someone does it, the better they'll feel. Exercise not only provides a distraction from emotional eating urges but also releases endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. Even a short 10-minute walk can make a big difference in how someone feels. Regular physical activity can also improve body image and self-esteem, which can help reduce emotional eating in the long run. Number 2. Take a mindful minute. Sometimes, when people want to eat because of their emotions, they can stop and take a mindful minute. This means pausing and paying attention to how they're feeling. Here's how to do it. First, take a deep breath. Feel the air going in and out of the body. Notice how you're feeling. Are you sad? Angry? Bored? Think about why you want to eat. Are you really hungry, or are you trying to make yourself feel better? Ask yourself if eating will really solve your problem. Taking this mindful minute can help make better choices. Someone might realize they're not actually hungry, and decide to do something else instead of eating. It's like being a detective for your own feelings. The more someone practices this, the better they'll get at understanding their emotions and making good choices. This mindfulness practice can be extended to meal times as well. Eating slowly and without distractions can help people tune into their body's hunger and fullness cues. Over time, this can lead to a more intuitive approach to eating, where food choices are based on genuine hunger rather than emotional needs. Number 3. Keep a food diary. Writing down what you eat can be really helpful. It's like keeping a secret diary, but instead of writing about a crush, you write about your food. In a food diary, someone can write what they eat, when they eat, how they feel when they're eating, and how hungry they are before and after eating. This might seem like a lot of work, but it can teach so much about eating habits. People might start to see patterns, like maybe they always want to eat cookies when feeling lonely. Nobody needs anything fancy for this. A notebook works great, or even an app on a phone or tablet if available. The important thing is to be honest and write everything down. Keeping a food diary can also help identify trigger foods, those that are most likely to lead to emotional eating. It can reveal times of day when emotional eating is most likely to occur, allowing for better preparation and prevention. Additionally, seeing progress over time can be motivating and encouraging. Many people find that the simple act of having to write down what they eat makes them more mindful of their choices. Number 4. Choose healthy snacks. Sometimes, no matter how hard someone tries, they still want to eat when feeling emotional. And that's okay. The trick is to make good choices about what to eat. Instead of reaching for chips or candy, try to have some healthier options ready. Fresh fruit like apples, oranges, or berries are great choices. Crunchy vegetables like carrots or celery can satisfy the urge to munch. A small handful of nuts provides a satisfying snack. Even a cup of herbal tea can be soothing. These foods can still make someone feel better, but they're much healthier for the body. Plus, they won't cause feelings of guilt afterwards like junk food often does. Keeping some easy-to-eat fruits like mandarins in the fridge can be helpful. They're sweet and yummy, but also good for you. And peeling them gives something to do with your hands when feeling stressed. Remember, it's okay to have treats sometimes. The goal is to make healthier choices most of the time. Preparing healthy snacks in advance can make it easier to make good choices in the moment. For example, cutting up vegetables at the beginning of the week ensures they're ready to eat when cravings hit. Experimenting with new healthy recipes can also make nutritious eating more exciting and enjoyable. Number 5. Talk to someone. Feelings can be tricky sometimes. When people keep them all bottled up inside, they can make them want to eat even when they're not hungry. That's why it's so important to talk to someone about how they're feeling. This could be a family member, like a parent or sibling. It could be a good friend. Maybe a teacher or school counselor. Or even a doctor or therapist. Talking about feelings might seem scary at first. But the people who care want to help. And sometimes, just saying how you feel out loud can make you feel better. It can be hard to open up. But remember, asking for help when needed is a sign of strength, not weakness. It shows bravery and a desire to take care of oneself. If someone's not sure how to start, they could say something like, "I've been feeling stressed lately, and I think it's making me eat more than I should. Can we talk about it?" Talking to others can provide new perspectives on problems and help develop better coping strategies. It can also help identify underlying issues that may be contributing to emotional eating. In some cases, working with a professional like a therapist or nutritionist who specializes in emotional eating can be incredibly beneficial. They can provide tailored strategies and support for overcoming emotional eating habits. So there you have it. 5 healthy ways to deal with emotional eating and cravings. Let's review them one more time. Get moving and exercise, take a mindful minute, keep a food diary, choose healthy snacks, and talk to someone about your feelings. Remember, it's okay to have feelings, and it's okay to sometimes eat because of them. The important thing is to find healthy ways to cope with emotions most of the time. Dealing with emotional eating isn't always easy, but with practice and patience, anyone can get better at it. Be kind to yourself and celebrate progress, no matter how small it might seem. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos like this one. And remember, you've got this. Stay healthy and happy, everyone.